The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Jaguar defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest... ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bears first down. A gain of 21 yards.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to Mitchell here. 25, touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And taken down just shy of the 40. This defense for the Bears very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Fights through it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jaguars at 500 and sitting at 5-5. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last.
He's got a man, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, Williams. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devin Lloyd was there to force the incompletion. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he's going to be taken down here. The sack back in the 32. They push push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Jackson going to keep it. Sheds off the tackle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with the ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Jackson now. That one too wide and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward. Jet sweep. Oh, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Shamar Turner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum with moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Not sure if he was looking for a cutback lane or whether he was trying to get to the corner, but he didn't find either. And they ended up forcing him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to it. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
To the air, Williams. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Play action. Now Williams. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jaguars 7.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Powers past him at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
DC, ready? Alpha, sit on!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And the Jags are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
To throw, it's Williams. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Williams from the gun on third down. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A final shot before break. Milton. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson going to keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
First and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Johnson on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. This on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. And that's taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 37-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. To about the 40-yard line.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Jackson going to keep it. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Jaguars first down.
Real quick.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, Miller. Ready. Get on.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Hey, Alpha.
Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. And that is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing right around the midfield stripe. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 71 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
To throw, Williams. And Walker has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
It's caught. Mitchell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not to stand before they're backed up even further.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give up the middle. And given 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 26 yards. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Here comes 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Williams looking to do it himself.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for